Overlooking the downtown Syracuse skyline, a group of friends meet at Nathan Faudre's apartment to hold a pre-production meeting.
Do their close-ups through the windshield also.
It's for an episode of the web series The Citizen, which Faudre created.
The idea of it is that it's a pay-it-forward kind of thing. It's a pay-it-forward superhero.
He broke his knee recently rehearsing for a play, but he's looking forward to the movie premiere of King Lee, in which he plays the corrupt yet somewhat beloved former mayor of Syracuse, Lee Alexander.
Well, there's a first time for everything.
Realistic? No, not at all. Over the top, funny, he's a complete badass, but also there are like a couple of speeches that are just like these wonderful inspirational speeches.
It was comedic, it was dark, it was sarcastic, it was ironic, it was filled with heart and sentiment at all the right places, and he knew where those places were.
He's very fun to work with, he's very lightweight, he's very easygoing, and when it comes down to where we need to get serious about what we're doing, he gets serious.
He knows how to direct, he knows how to pull the best performance out of an actor, because he knows how to pull the best performance out of himself.
Faudre graduated from SUNY Oswego in 1994, majoring in theater. Soon after, he packed up his car and headed for the West Coast, eventually taking him to Salem, Oregon, where he lived with an aunt and uncle. He waited tables while getting involved with local theater, the cable access channel, and a film production company. Then, one night, a tragedy would change everything.
The friend that I was there with, she was raped and murdered. We were just all out one night, drinking, and went our separate ways. And she got picked up by this guy and raped, murdered, and her body dumped in the woods.
Police caught the man who did it, but Faudre never fully dealt with what had happened. He left Oregon a few months later and would spend the next 14 years in New York City, waiting tables and bartending as he pursued writing and acting in plays, short films, and independent horror movies.
Things were going really well with the film stuff. I was starting to get a little bit of a name for myself. Went to a convention. Was starting to get cast in parts that I didn't have to audition for because I knew someone.
All the while, he was able to balance partying with work, but Faudre hit a dry spell and wasn't getting any parts for years.
I'll come home from work. Why does my life suck so much? Let me make a martini and I'll think about it. And then I'll have another martini.
Faudre had to move back in with his parents in Fairhaven, New York. His drinking continued, and a job bartending only pushed him to the bottom faster.
The next morning, when I woke up and there was blood on my face from falling down again from something, that was the point where I was like, what the hell are you doing to yourself?
Faudre checked into rehab.
It was a huge weight that was lifted off my shoulders.
After recovery, Faudre started going on auditions again. He now works as an office manager at the Red House, and at the end of July, he will be 3 years sober.
All of a sudden, I'm like, this is an amazing life. This is an amazing thing that has been given to me.
In Syracuse, Tom Magnarelli, NCC News.
But I mean, to do that next, instead of another episode, is to do the Kickstarter thing. So,
and that's